Hey guys, welcome to Mike's initial thoughts, I guess you could say. Today we're talking about the first two episodes of Gundam Build Fighters. Now, I must preference that I don't know much about Gundam. I've watched, I got hair in my mouth. Yeah. I watched mostly Gundam Wing, a little bit of the original Gundam. I watched War in the Pocket and like G Gundam. Those were the Gundams I watched. So, I'm not very familiar with the new Gundam Build Fighters. Well, fairly new Gundam Build Fighters. I picked this up from Right Stuff. Um, so I'm going to talk about the first two episodes. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So, the anime starts off with Sei. He likes to build Gundam models. He's pretty good at it. But the only real drawback is he's not really good at the fighting of the Gundam models, which gets really interesting. His family runs a store. His dad is, or I don't know if he's still alive or not. They didn't really preference or say if he was still alive, but he was a really good Gundam or Gunpla fighter, and like he built Gundams and stuff. And so they run this little store. This kid comes in the first episode. He's like, "Oh, I like your models." So they have like models that he has made displayed, and they're like very well made. And he's like, they show the Wing Gundam, which is from Gundam Wing, and they give you a little history on it, which is pretty neat. And he's like, "Oh, I really want this," and like his rival comes in, which is pretty funny. He's like, "Fight me in a Gunpla battle," and stuff like this, because he really he wants to use Seiji's models for his Gundam or Gunpla fighting. And Seiji is not very good at this, and he loses, and his Gundam Wing model gets destroyed. And the kid's like, "Oh, I don't want that model. It's stupid. It's loser." And so yeah, and the rival goes off. I don't remember what the rival's name is. He has a weird name. And so yeah, and Seiji like goes back and starts cleaning the store and whatnot, and he goes off and he meets this guy named I believe his name was Reiji. Yeah, Reiji. And Reiji gets stopped by a store clerk because he stole some bread, and like Sei like pays for it and whatnot. And he's like, "Oh, thanks for repaying me. I'll give you this jewel, and whenever you need me, wish on it and I'll show up." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And like, so the next day, the model Gundam rival guy comes back to the store and is like, "I want your the special Gundam that Sei made." I forget what it was called. I think it was like a Breaker Gundam. I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty cool looking. So they go into a new fight. Sei's not doing so hot, and Reiji shows up like out of nowhere, and like Reiji takes over and like kicks this guy's butt and like destroys his model. It was a pretty cool fight, and like it ends there. And the next episode goes, and Sei wants Reiji to fight use his Gundams in the Gundam Championship because Reiji's really good at it. He's like, "Nah, I don't really want to," and he like goes off. And then like so Sei goes to school, and the president of the model building club shows up and like really wants to talk to Sei and stuff like that, and asks him if he's going to enter the Gunpla tournament, or like the world tournament or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I want to, but I don't really know like what I'm going to do. I have this guy I really wants who's to pilot my Gundams," but he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I really want to do it." And then Reiji just shows up out at the school, and some stuff happens, and Reiji gets challenged by this guy. They call him the gorilla. He's a part of the model building club, and he has a match with them, and he wins. And then the president jumps in and is like, "Hey, that ended too fast. The fight ended too fast. Let's do this right." And so he comes in with his like special like Zaku custom, which is pretty cool, and like wipes the floor with Reiji and is like, "Hey, we're gonna end this fight now, but let's meet up at the World Tournament," which is pretty interesting, which drives Reiji to want to help Sei because he wants to like beat this guy. I have to say this show is pretty well done. There's a little mystery behind Reiji and like what happens, because at the end of the second episode, he like kind of like teleports away. So you don't know, is he like a human? Is he an alien? What is he? There's a lot of Gundam references in this, which I feel like you don't necessarily need to be a Gundam fan to watch this and enjoy it. But I've really enjoyed the first two episodes. The action is fast paced. The animation's very well done. The characters are on model. The voice acting's good. The music's good. I enjoy seeing like the old Gundams and the new customs that have been made. Like I kind of like got a little excited to see the Gundam Wing. That was pretty cool, and they show all these little customs and stuff, and they talk about the Gundams. Yeah, this is a really, really fun show. I cannot recommend it enough. I plan on finishing it and doing an in-depth review on it. So yeah, if you're interested, check this out. You can get it from rightstuff.com, and I think you might be able to stream it on the Bandai YouTube page, maybe? Don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is a fun show. I've enjoyed it so far. I watched the first two episodes, and I plan on watching more. This has been Mike's initial thoughts. Catch you later.